Wellsville, Kansas Pro.
Never get free, lamb to the slaughter. What you gon' do when there's blood in the water? The price of your greed is your son and your daughter. What you gon' do when there's blood in the water? Look me in my eyes, tell me everything's not fine. All the people ain't happy, and the river has run dry. You thought you could go free, but that system is done for. If you listen real closely, there's a knock at your front door. We'll never get free, lamb to the slaughter. What you gonna do when there's blood in the water? The price of your greed, your son and your daughter. What you gonna do when there's blood in the water? When there's blood in the water.
So it doesn't matter what you just did. It doesn't matter. It doesn't count. The count now is 0. And that's what happens when you wake up in the morning. It doesn't matter what you did yesterday. It doesn't matter how far you ran yesterday. It doesn't matter the workout you did yesterday. It doesn't matter you got on the jiu-jitsu mats yesterday. It doesn't matter you got a promotion yesterday. You wake up today, the count is 0. And that means it's go time.
Stop number 1 of the 2024 Toyota Series on Kentucky Lake was boat number 5 going out, and first ran to an offshore spot I had found in practice. Didn't get any bites there, so quickly moved on. And started hitting some 45-degree banks, anything that had a little bit tighter lines on my contour maps, and fishing a crankbait, a jerkbait. Eventually, I pulled up on a 45-degree chunk rock bank, and it just had a few pieces of brush or laydowns in the water. It brought me back to this tournament that I fished on Lake Texoma as a co-angler in another Toyota series. And I'd pulled out this little tiny finesse jig and started pitching it on these little stick-ups. And so for whatever reason, I had actually rigged one of those up the night before with the intention of throwing it should the bite be tough. And I hadn't got any bites all day, and I pull out this little finesse jig and I make 3 casts, and then I feel something start swimming away with it.
You got it? Huh? Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, did you see that cast? Yeah, I know. I made that
He was way under there.
And so of course I'm thinking to myself, well, this is good. If I can keep this up, I can definitely find more banks that have a little bit of wood in the water. And so that's what I ended up doing, is I ran that all day and had quite a few fish catches. I think I caught probably close to 24 fish that first day of the tournament.
Close. Short. There he's touching. Gonna be close like the other one, I think.
Ended up with 4 keepers and couldn't find that 5th keeper. Just a lot of short fish, a lot of small males posting up for pre-spawn activity. And that was my day 1. Pretty tough day. Better than my practice had gone, but overall really, really tough.
To the bag. Ryder, you knew the limit was 5, right? He knew it. Been working hard for it all day. Our 4 bass today, Ryder. Good away, 8 pounds, 4 ounces, my man. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. We'll see you.
Alrighty, today is the end of a rather crazy day 1. Only weighed in 4 keepers today, but considering how practice went, I'd say that's pretty good. I caught probably 24 fish today, just all shorts, unfortunately. The better average is definitely in the smallmouth. I weighed the only 2 smallmouth I've caught this whole entire trip, so something to be looking for tomorrow. Caught them all on a bait that I didn't throw at all in practice, of course. Little Ned jig. Just throwing that on 45-degree banks. Caught almost all my fish out of either wood or some kind of like boulder or little rock pile. So unfortunately not the big bag we were hoping for, but I know it's gonna be good points. So going into tomorrow, gonna try to grind it out, try to see if we have any more tricks in the bag for tomorrow in case we need to make some adjustments. Got a really rainy, windy day tomorrow, so we will see how it goes. Alrighty, it is day number 2 here at the Toyota Series on Kentucky Lake. We are about to get in line to launch, just waiting on a co. Finished day 1 somewhere middle of the pack, had 4 keepers. We'll see what's happening going into day 2, try to make some changes, recover a little bit of weight, hopefully get some good points out of this. Going into day number 2 of this tournament, I knew I had to make some adjustments. Part of me hoped that I could go and catch another 24 small bass and by some miracle have 5 keepers. The other part of me knew that that's not the kind of thing that I like to do, and I've definitely left some water unexplored on between the 2 lakes, Kentucky and Barkley. And so I spent the evening after day 1 just looking through my maps and decided to completely change up what I was doing and go to Lake Barkley. So that's what I did. And just a few minutes into fishing my first
little stretch on Barkley, my co-angler catches about a 4.5, 5 pounder right off the bat. Now, as soon as my co-angler put that fish in the boat, you know, a lot of boaters would get discouraged. A lot of guys take that as a negative, that, oh, that co-angler, he caught a fish behind me. I should have caught that fish. But to me, I didn't think twice about it. I thought, you know what, that just proves that this was the right decision and this is what we're gonna run. And there was no doubt in my mind I was staying in Barkley all day for day number 2 of the tournament. Now, although that big fish was a hot start, things definitely slowed down following the initial rain in the morning we got, and ended up having only 2 keepers by about 10:30.
I was about to say.
I saw your line take off.
Nice.
You look bigger than that.
He did look a lot bigger than that. He's gonna be really close.
Yeah, I saw you reeling in. Saw your line take off.
As soon as I popped it off there, he must have ate it.
Little?
So I decided, you know what, let's go try something else. So we started fishing similar banks, but banks that were a little bit more main lake and not so many secondary stretches. And about the first bank that I fished like that, I was able to catch a 3 or 3.5 pound smallmouth, and we proceeded to start catching some better quality fish.
Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, win. I'm on 10. Hello, I'm Himothy. I got the recipe. I got the flow. I got the remedy. I know they do. I know they envy me. Feet on the floor. What they gonna say now? We came along from last place, bottom to top of the fast pace.
Probably sometime around lunch, I had 5 keepers in the boat, which gave me a lot more confidence. I probably had about 12 pounds or so, and just kept running that bank, kept moving quickly, and ended up pulling up on this spot and first cast with a chatterbait. Landed about a 4-pound smallmouth. That ended up being my kicker fish.
I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win. I'm on 10. Who said I was him? Who said it? All this talk about who's on top and who's not. Miss me with the guns. Check the score, yeah. See me coming off the screen. Know I gave myself the green light. Catch a shoe from the 3. If I'm not the one, it doesn't seem right. I need like 2, 4, 5, 6 in them rings. I'm talking back to back like 23. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win. I'm on 10.
After catching that big one, I didn't cull for the rest of the day until I was running in back to weigh-in, and stopped at the spot that my co had caught that big one first thing in the morning. About 3 casts in with my little finesse jig, I hook about a 3.5 pounder, making a pretty solid coal last minute. I put that fish in the box and coaled out one of my small ones, and that fish put me at 15.9 for the day. Ended up with a pretty good rally. Most guys struggled that second day.
It's not, they swim right off. Ryder Maines, Wellsville, Kansas Pro. Had 8-4 yesterday. 5 more today. A better day too. Good work, man. It's pretty rare for today. 8-4 yesterday, 15.9 today, 23-13 is your total, Ryder. Thank you, sir. Good comeback on day 2.
So in all, a very challenging tournament. But you know what, those challenging tournaments are the ones that you learn the most from, in my opinion. With that being said, it was still a fairly good finish for points. I think I ended up in the low 60s placement. So really solid points going into the next tournament at Grand Lake. Super excited to go and fish. They just finished the Bassmaster Classic there, so it's definitely going to be an interesting one. Make sure to stay tuned for that. It will be coming out shortly. With that being said, appreciate you watching. Appreciate my sponsors, Royal Coatings and Wholesale Batteries, for bringing this to you guys. And I'll see you on the next one.